Hello, I'm going to walk you through the process of buying a new Tesla Model S. I'm going through it right now. I've had a lot of people ask me, a lot of friends ask, was it weird ordering a car online, or how long does it take, or what choices you have to make? So I figured I'd just walk you through it in a few minutes, and anybody who has any questions can comment on this video, and I'll try to jump on and answer. Before I do, though, I would say definitely use a referral link. This is mine right here. If you use a referral link, it gets you free supercharging. That's something you would normally have to pay for. So it's free supercharging on an S or an X, and I think until April 30th of 2018, you get a $500 credit towards Tesla service or accessories. Now, when I bought the car, I used a referral link, and you get just free supercharging. So I'm glad I used it because I'm intending to do a few road trips just to see how it is. And the free supercharging is a really nice thing to add, and it doesn't cost anything. You just got to use a referral link. So this is mine. I'll put it in the comments as well. If you could, please use it if you're going to buy a car, and that would help me a little bit, but also really help you get some free supercharging. So let's talk about the process. I test drove a Model S, both the performance model and the standard 100D at the end of January 2018. And decided at that time I had a lease that was getting ready to trade in. I'm going to go ahead and order one. These are really cool. It's an iPhone on wheels. I love tech, and they're really fast and they're really cool looking, I think. So I decided to go ahead and order one. I was tossing, it was kind of a toss up between the performance model or the standard model. I decided on the standard model just because the extra $35,000-$40,000 for what is a really cool party trick, don't get me wrong, but for something that I'm not sure I'd really use very often, didn't really seem like it was worthwhile to me. So I went ahead and bought the standard 100D, and you can see the specs right here, but it's still fast as hell. I'm a guy who's driven BMWs and Mercedes and a lot of pretty quick cars. I mean, nothing super quick, but it is really fast. It's the fastest car I've ever driven without question. So to me, the 100D was absolutely the right choice, and I would suggest if you're considering the P or the standard 100D, drive them both. That's what I did, and I can tell you, I landed on the 100D, thinking it's definitely fast enough, and I get a little bit more range out of it, which I thought would be a good thing. So this is the model I ended up ordering. I ordered it on February 2nd, and the reason I ordered on February 2nd is the referral codes. They were telling people, Tesla was telling people that if you didn't order before a certain date, I think it was 2nd or the 3rd, that they were going to get rid of supercharging. And it turned out within a week of me ordering, they actually upped it to $500 credit plus supercharging. But I ordered just because I wanted to make sure I got the free supercharging. So I ordered the car on the 2nd, and then they set you up on this website, and this is part of it. I can't show you the whole thing because it's got some of my personal information in it. But this is part of it, and this website lets you walk through the process of buying the car. So it asks for a deposit when you first order. I think it's $2,500. It lets you actually change the specs on the car for the first few days after you order. And then after the first few days, they lock it in, and they tell you that they're going to go to production soon. In the process, while you're waiting it to go to production, you actually set up your payment method. Now, I was intending just to buy it outright, but they have a company they work with that gets really low rates. It's like 1.4 or 1.5% up to 84 months. So I went ahead and financed it, and the process was totally online. I went ahead and put my information in online, and within, I think, 12 or 14 hours, they said, you're approved up to 110% of the value of the car, which was really cool. I wasn't intending to do that, but with the low rate, I kind of couldn't say no. Then if you have a trade-in, you put in your trade-in information. I did put in trade-in information, but I didn't end up going through with it just because we decided we were going to keep the car. So they had the offer out there, but I didn't go through with it. If you do a trade-in, they supposedly they look around the country and actually try to get you the best price for the trade-in. It's not just they make you an offer based on auctions or whatever. And I was trading in a Mercedes. I was thinking about trading in a Mercedes. The offer was okay, but it wasn't good enough for me to trade it in. I decided just to keep it. You actually put in your information about your registration so they can fill out all that stuff when you show up. They ask for your driver's license information. You put in the location you want to pick it up, or if you want it delivered. If you pay for it outright, you can have it delivered, I think, for free. But I didn't mind picking it up. I live in Louisville, Kentucky, so I do have to drive up to Cincinnati, which is where I test drove it. It's about an hour and a half drive, but I didn't mind going up to pick it up. So I'm picking mine up in Cincinnati. So after you configure it, after you go through the website, fill everything in, after you get everything set, you're kind of waiting. And I mentioned I put in the order on the 2nd of February. I checked in about once a week just to see if there were any updates. Really wasn't anything. And then one week I checked in. It was, I think, the 3rd of March or 4th of March, and it said it was being manufactured. It was in production. So I got all excited because I saw some things online that said, it only takes a few days to manufacture. So I thought, okay, I might have this thing like in a week. Awesome. Check back. Then finally on the 12th of March, it said it was done, and it was being shipped. So I sent a note to the dealership up in Cincinnati and said, hey, looks like it's being shipped. Can we set up a day? I travel a lot. I want to make sure it's not set on your lot for like a week. And they said, well, we have to wait till the shipping information comes in. So wait another day or two, and then I get a note from them, and they say, hey, it'll be here on the 24th. And I was kind of like, the 24th? This thing was done on the 12th. It takes 12 days to get to you guys? And essentially they explained to me that the car is manufactured in California. It's put on a train and sent up to Chicago. And it actually comes down from Chicago. So that's why it takes a little longer if you're in a spot like Cincinnati in the Midwest to actually get the car in. So I am scheduled to pick up my car, this guy right here, on March 24th, which is this coming Saturday. I am going to check it for fit and finish and to make sure it's to spec. I've seen a couple things online about people having questions about all that. But past that, my intention is to buy maybe a second charger just so I can keep one at home and one in the car. I put a 1550 RV plug in my garage when we built the house in case I decided to get a Tesla or an electric car. So I may just leave a charger in the garage and leave one in my trunk. And I may buy the tire repair kit because there is no spare on these guys. They have a repair kit with a pump and sort of like a fix-a-flat kind of thing, I believe, to repair a tire if it blows, and then you have Tesla replace it or whatever. So I'm excited to get my car this Saturday. If anybody has any questions about the process, about delivery, about what it takes, leave it in the comments. I'll answer any questions you guys have about the process to get the car. And I'll also probably put in the comments, whether this thing is in good shape or not when I get it. I would say the only hard part about the process really is waiting. They said it'd be 6 to 8 weeks, and that's about right. It took, a couple months before I'll actually pick it up. Ordered on the 2nd of February, and I'll pick it up at the end of March. So, 6 to 8 weeks is pretty accurate as far as the timeline. In a world we're used to 2-day Amazon shipping, waiting that long for something kind of so pricey is a little nerve-wracking, but I'm getting towards the end of my wait, so I'm getting excited, and I'll let you all know what I think. Any questions, go ahead and post them there. And again, there's that referral link in case you're thinking about buying a Tesla. Thanks.